Some of them will even say, "Oh, I'm used to girls walking up to me."
Insane. But
What happened to
not
your
insane.
What happened to your natural instinct? Is that gone now? Are men just choosing not to walk up to women?
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. With guys not knowing how to talk to women or make that all-important first move, women are starting to become frustrated. But what can or should be done about it? Let's get into the mess.
86% of women say they want a man to make the first move. A different study said that 50% of men say that they're afraid of making the first move for being seen as creepy. Another study said that 20% of Gen Zers say that a man approaching a woman sometimes or always constitutes harassment. So you have a world in which women are scared of being approached, men are scared of doing the approaching, people will judge many men, at least 1 in 5 men that do that, as being harassers. But everybody understands that if the guys don't make the first move, nothing's going to happen. If guys do make the first move, they're scared of being Me Too'd. Girls are scared of being approached by guys that they don't know, but also still know that they need the guys to make the first move 86% of the time, because that's the percentage. I was like, isn't that fucking interesting?
This just highlights the no-win scenario men think they're entering when it comes to dating and approaching women. Even though the majority of women want men to make the first move, which is even further proven by the changes they had to make on Bumble, the media seems to demonize men for doing so. They're always talking about how women want to be left alone when they're out and about, which I'm sure is the case a lot of the time, but hearing about how women hate it over and over again is very off-putting for guys. It already takes quite a bit of courage for guys to make the first move, so putting more obstacles in the way isn't going to help. And judging by these stats, guys are starting to think that the risks far outweigh the rewards when it comes to approaching women. But if they don't, as the guy said, nothing will happen, and I doubt women will take on this role anytime soon. To me, it often feels like a portion of society is trying to change how men and women get together, but they're ignoring the fact that we're sort of hardwired a certain way. And while this is something that can change, it won't happen in our lifetime.
Some of them will even say, "Oh, I'm used to girls walking up to me."
Insane. But
What happened to
not
your
insane.
What happened to your natural instinct? Is that gone now? Are men just choosing not to walk up to women? Is that a thing?
Kind of a thing. Fear is real. Mental health is real. The anxiety of trying to approach someone is real.
Millennials, if you didn't know, they're the age range here. They would have had to been born between 1981 and 1996
Yes.
to be a millennial. Now let's look at some of the top dating apps right now. The creator of Tinder, Sean Rad, is 37. The creator of Hinge is Justin McLeod at 39, and the creator of Bumble is Whitney Wolf Hurd at 34. Now you gotta think to yourself here, a lot of Gen Zs are talking about how the streets are trash, there's no one out there right now. And a lot of them used to subscribe to dating apps, they've given up on dating apps, and now there's the same people that don't even know how to date.
Okay.
How many Gen Zs have you come across that will genuinely say, "I don't even know how to walk up to a woman. I don't know how to pursue a woman. I'm not used to that."
Let me start this off by saying it's super rare for a woman to approach a man. And honestly, it's only something I've ever seen in a club. And when a woman does this, it's usually because she finds the guy exceptional and she doesn't want to miss her chance. When it comes to men not knowing how to talk to women, that's a societal failure, and it's something they should have been able to learn from other guys. However, because young men haven't been able to learn this stuff, to give themselves a fighting chance, they've turned to figures like Andrew Tate. As much as some people want to complain about him and other guys who do the same thing, unless you're going to give young men an alternative, your words will likely fall on deaf ears. With people starting to see through the nonsense of dating apps, they'll have no choice but to meet people out in the real world. But it's really going to be a struggle, as nobody knows what they're doing. The petty side of me wants to say, if men and women are the same, why don't girls start learning how to open a conversation? But as I said previously, that shit's not going to happen. I was curious as to what people were saying in the comments though, so let's go through some. It's just not worth it. And one thing is, modern women have no moral values and discipline. Why would I embarrass myself in public? It's all trash. It ain't worth the risk, and it ain't about the Gen Z or millennial. Men generally found peace walking away, plain and simple. Unless you're a model, anytime you approach a girl, 8 times out of 10, you're gonna be seen or come across as creepy. I ain't trying to end up on Shadeboro or a story time. Thank you. Men don't approach women anymore. Women made it clear it's creepy and police will be called. Most of these comments tie back to what the guy was saying in the first clip. Guys just don't want to risk coming off as creepy, so they'd rather keep to themselves and stay out of everyone's way.
I asked a bunch of girls, when was the last time a man approached you at a bar and started talking to you? And I thought this was just me thing, but they were all like, no, it hasn't happened in, I can't even tell you how long, like before COVID. And I thought that was a me experience. I was like, okay, maybe I give off like a standoffish vibe. I don't know. I don't think so. But no, they all agreed. They're like, I can't tell you the last time a man tried to talk to me at a bar. A man tried to offer to buy me a drink. Do men still do that? Men, can you weigh in? And I don't even need the drink, but like the last time, and I'll go up and talk to guys, but like, can someone explain?
Some guys are thinking, no way am I buying you a drink, taking you home, only to get me too the next day. And I get that that's a pretty extreme example, but that's what some men are thinking when they're interacting with women they don't know. You even have cases when a guy will make a move, and the girl isn't into him, but she'll go out of her way to embarrass him. And who wants to put up with that? As has been talked about through most of this video, men are worried about how they might come across when approaching a girl at the bar, so rather than take the risk, they'd rather opt out completely. And unfortunately, because a lot of guys can't read the room very well when talking to women, which is probably due to a lack of experience, they can't always tell when a girl is into them or not, which can also land them in trouble. Anyway guys, that's about it for today. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you've got something to say, drop it in the comments.